Welcome back to the channel. Current subscribers, thank you for returning. Newcomers, go ahead and push that red subscribe button and join the family. Okay, you're wondering what we're about to cook. Well, this is some leg quarters. Leg quarters are pretty cheap around now. Everything else is skyrocketing. So we wanted to make a nice dish out of the leg quarters. And all we've done is taken the leg quarters, thawed them out, cut them, and put them in here and smothered them in some turmeric powder. Okay, you all know that when I wash my chicken, I normally soak it in turmeric powder and salt water, but this time we're going to actually season with it. And these are the edge pieces off of the thighs with the little bone in it. We cut all that off, so we got the prime part of the leg quarters. And we are about to add some Italian seasoning. And we're also going to add some smoked paprika. Then we're going to cut up some green and red tomatoes and some onion. And we're also going to add one of my favorite things, and that is the sun-dried tomatoes. We're also going to add that to this. So we're going to get right into it. As you can see, we're just cutting up all the vegetables that's going to go into this nice chicken dish. Okay, these are pretty much the last of the ingredients that are going in the chicken, and we're just going to take 2 teaspoons of this garlic, minced garlic, which would be preferably about 2 cloves, just, you know, whatever your preference is. And we're going to mix all the vegetables together and then pour them over top of the chicken before we put it in to bake it. Okay, like I said, we're going to put the 2 teaspoons of garlic in. No, that's way too much. Should be level, almost level. Okay, yeah, okay. There's one. We're gonna put one more. Very little, because you put way too much on the other. Okay, there you go. 2. And then after we get those in there, we're just gonna stir that around. Okay, we're gonna stir that around in the bowl. Yeah, we're gonna mix that up in the bowl, all the onion and everything, and mix it up with the garlic in the bowl before we pour it over the chicken. And while I'm thinking about it, we are going to cut up the sun-dried tomatoes and some fresh tomatoes too, and we're going to add that to it also. But as soon as we get this mixed up real good, we'll pour this over the chicken, get the sun-dried tomatoes, regular tomatoes, and it'll almost be ready to go in the oven. Alright, as you can see, there's some little pepper on top of the chicken. That's all the little pepper seeds that came out of the red and green peppers. I don't waste them. I use those for flavor too. We're going to go ahead and add this mixed up. Yeah, this was mixed with the garlic, green, red peppers, and onions. And we're putting this over top of the chicken. And like I said, last but not least, we're going to get all that good. Because see, that's garlic in there. Get all that out of there. Make sure you put all that in there. Scrape that out. Yeah, we're going to get all of that out of there, because that's your seasoning, and we don't want to miss any of that garlic, any of that seasoning from in the pan. Okay, yeah, get that out. And when you're pouring it in there, don't pour it in one spot. Move it around and pour it all over the chicken so that the garlic and things are even all over. If you see that it's not even, just take your spoon, move it around, and make sure that all of that has gotten all around over your chicken, because you want that garlic flavor to be all throughout your chicken too. Okay, here are your sun-dried tomatoes. That's about, I'd say, 10 cherry tomatoes. And this is about a half a cup of sun-dried tomatoes. But for me and my flavor, you can never have too many sun-dried tomatoes. We're just going to mix these up and we're going to add that to the top of the chicken also and get ready to put it in the oven. We've mixed those up and we're going to go ahead and get these into the chicken also. Just like I said, move your bowl around because you don't want that all in one area. Move that bowl around so you can get that seasoning all over. And then once you empty out the bowl in there, then if you need to take your hands or the spoon or whatever and move it around, please do so. Because that flavor, you want it to be everywhere. Now, as I'm standing over this, when you're standing over, if you don't smell garlic, you don't have enough garlic. Okay, that's just a tip for you. If you're standing over there and you don't smell garlic, you don't have enough. Okay? So that's just a little reminder. Now, me, myself, I will sprinkle a little olive oil over the top of it. I know the chicken is going to create some moisture and it's going to create some fat, but that olive oil just enriches it. And of course, my good friend avocado, you can also use a little avocado to this mixture too. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and get this put in the oven. Going to get this put in the oven. We've already preheated the oven to 350. So that's going in. All right. Okay. Now we're going to check and see how this chicken is doing. Go ahead and pull that out so we can see just what we got. Oh, look at that. That's just beautiful. Now get you a fork. Stick it down there to see how tender that chicken is. Just far. Yeah. You're just going to poke at it to see. See, it didn't go all the way through very easy. So that chicken is not quite done yet. So we're just going to let that continue to cook some more, and then we'll come back. Decided to transfer this to a smaller pan. So we're just going to take our tongs, and we're going to be transferring this and putting this into the next pan. And that's all we're going to do is going to transfer this out. Then once we've transferred all the pieces and turned them over, then we're going to pour all those wonderful ingredients back on there. Okay? Okay, we're going to put a little thickener in the salt in the pan and stir that around real good before we pour this over top of the chicken so we can thicken this up some because we want to have a nice sauce. We also are going to add maybe a cup or two of red sauce to this to really give it what we need. Now, to make this more robust, we're going to add a large can of tomato puree to this. Okay. We didn't have the tomatoes that it was really going to take to make it what it needed to be. So we just added that can of tomato puree with the sauce that was already in there from the chicken. And now we're going to stir that up real good. Yeah. Yeah. Just going to get and stir that up real good. Yeah. Now, I like mine to have a sweet flavor. With the sun-dried tomatoes, it should cause it to have a sweet flavor. But if it doesn't, you can add, some agave nectar. Or those of you who use regular sugar, you can add maybe, I say not more than 1/4 of a cup. Maybe 2 tablespoons should be enough. And the same thing with the agave nectar, just to put a little sweet to it. Because the tomato puree and things that I use like that, they don't have any salt or sugar or anything added to them. They're just as if you had blended up just some regular tomatoes, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get this poured over the chicken. Okay. Take this and pour this sauce right over top of the chicken. Yeah, look at that. Okay, you want to pour it over the whole. Here, take that, sit that down. No, move that out the way. Move that out the way. Okay, now pick this up. Put this up here. Now you can take this and pour that over top of the chicken now. Pour the rest of that over top of the chicken. Leave that alone. Leave that alone. I need to pour that over the chicken. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Now scrape the rest of that out of there. Yeah. And put that, spread that around over the chicken. Probably you should have used a spatula. Yeah, get all that good sauce in there. We don't want to miss out on any of that good sauce. Okay. Okay, we're going to just take that spoon and spread this around in there on the chicken. Get the spoon and spread this around on the chicken. Yeah, spread that over it real nice. Yeah, spread. Make sure it's over all the chicken. Yeah. Use the back of the spoon. The back of the spoon and just glide it over top of it to spread it around. The back of the spoon and glide it over the top of it. Hold this. How? You're just going to use the back of the spoon to glide it over the chicken to make sure it's covering everything. See, that's the back of the spoon, and you're just going to glide it over everything. Okay? Yeah. And then we're going to put that back in until it's done. Okay. Look at that. That's just beautiful. Now we're going to get a plate and serve some of this up. We're going to get some of this out of here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sit that on there. And let's get some of those juices out of there and pour that on top. All right. Now look at that. That's delicious looking. Okay, let's get us a fork so we can taste this. Okay. Here, get you a piece off of that. That's delicious. All right. Try this out. See how you like it. Comment down below. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.